Today is October 24th, 2021. Hi, my name's Bill, aka Billy Goat. In today's episode, I'm going to talk about my 11th mower that I bought for the business, and that's the 2017 Worldlawn 28 walk behind. Going into the spring of 2019, at the time I only had one push mower, and that was the 2017 Craftsman Pro Series. And I really wanted to get a second mower before the season started. I really didn't want to get another residential mower. I was slowly transitioning into more of commercial grade equipment. We were at the GIE in 2018, and at the Ferris booth they were displaying their prototype of their 32-inch walk behind, and that was the FW15. When I saw that mower, I was just like, wow, that is a really cool mower. I would really want something like that. But since it was a prototype, it was still being designed and engineered. They had it at the show to, I guess, try to get some initial feedback from, the landscapers and other people that were at the show. They said that the original or the first production would be fixed casters in the front, and later on they would probably have an upgrade to have swivel casters. They also mentioned that they were in the works of designing a bagging system for it. So I was kind of, wondering how they were gonna, do the bagging system, on that mower. If it was going to be a side discharge bagger, or if it was going to be a rear bagger. Didn't really know, at the time, but they said that that would probably be released going into 2019. Meanwhile, I still wanted to get another mower, and I came across Worldlawn. And Worldlawn offered a 28-inch or a 32-inch small walk behind. I was debating at first, should I go with the 32-inch deck or the 28-inch deck, and I kind of went back and forth a little bit, but I ended up going with the 28-inch deck. So I got on the internet, on the Worldlawn website, and looked for a dealer that was near me. And the closest one I found was out of Sterling, Virginia, which is a little over an hour from where I live. I contacted them and told them I was interested in getting a 28-inch Worldlawn, and they told me that they don't stock the 28, that the 32-inch deck is the more popular mower, and if I really wanted the 28-inch, I'd have to special order it. And being a special order, I would have to pay for the shipping cost also. But they said they typically, in the spring, they usually buy a truckload of mowers from them, various mowers and sizes, and they said that if I could wait a few weeks, that they could order it when they order their other mowers, and that way I wouldn't have to pay the shipping cost. All I'd have to do is put a down payment down to reserve a mower, and I was fine with that. So I ordered it early March, and they said it would maybe be in the beginning of April, maybe the middle of April. Sure enough, the dealer called me mid-April and said the mower's there, just to give them a day or two to sort through the mowers that they just got. And because my mower was in a crate, so it had to be partially assembled before I went to go pick it up, which I was fine with. I believe I went down a couple days later to go pick up the mower. The dealer that I was working with, they're out of Sterling, Virginia. They're NC Power Equipment. Great bunch of people there. They're very knowledgeable about the products that they sell. When I got there, the mower was ready. They went over the mower with me, made sure I understood all the features and how to operate the controls and all. It all went well. I completed the paperwork, so I could bring the mower home. I ended up paying The mower itself is $1,500, and I also wanted a grass catcher for the mower as well, which was an extra $100. And so with the tax, ended up being close to $1,700. I don't know if you see it here. It was close to $1,700 with the grass catcher at $99, and then the mower at $1,500. So I feel that was a really good deal. I also, before I left, I also purchased 2 extra sets of blades, which ended up being, I believe, $58 extra for another set of blades. So all in all, it was great. I loaded it on the trailer and brought the mower home. I'll go over some of the key features of the mower that I purchased. The model that I had was the WY28S. I believe now Worldlawn has a WY28X version. I'm not sure what the difference between the S and the X is, but mine was equipped with the Briggs & Stratton motor on it, and you could either get it with the recoil or the electric start. I had the recoil, and they also had a model where you could get the Honda engine. I'm not sure what the specs of the Honda engine was, but mine being a Briggs & Stratton, had the 10.5 horsepower 344cc engine on it, which was plenty of power for a 28-inch deck. It had the dual blades on there. They were 14.5-inch blades, which you had to overlap, so you never had to worry about between the 2 blades. Sometimes if the tips wear on the blades, you'll get a couple stragglers. With this mower, it was always a clean cut. It also had a 2-gallon gas tank on it. The front wheels had 8-inch caster wheels for the front, and 13-inch tires for the rear tires. It had a 3-speed transmission on it. It had 1, 2, 3 forward speeds depending on what your desired forward with speed. I believe it was forward, the fastest was like 3.5 miles per hour, I believe, going forward. The PTO, it didn't have a PTO switch. It was a manual lever that you would engage your blades with. So it was pretty easy to control the mower. It was a belt drive, so you could steer the mower left or right, by the levers on the handlebars. So everything was functional, did what it was supposed to do. Didn't have any qualms about the mower itself. As far as the cut quality, it had, as far as I'm concerned, it had phenomenal cut quality. After using the mower for several properties, I wasn't real happy with the performance of the mower. Not the cut quality, but so much the drive steering system. Having the belt drive it just didn't perform well on hills, especially steep hills. And also it was a 3-speed forward, but there was no reverse. So when you got into these situations, you had to pretty much put it in neutral and pull the mower back, and it was just not being very efficient as far as I was concerned. And that summer I only put 12 hours, on the mower, and I wanted to sell it. But meanwhile, Ferris did end up coming out with their FW15 with the caster wheels. So I ended up buying that at the end of the summer, and I ended up listing the Worldlawn on, I believe it was Facebook. I believe it was at the time. I listed it for like $1,250, and I was willing to go down to $1,000, but I wasn't really getting any hits on it. So I ended up keeping it over the winter. So in 2020, I relisted it in March, and surprisingly, I believe within, I listed it for, I think, $1,000. I think I listed it for. I originally had it at $1,250, but I brought it down to $1,000, and I got a ton of hits. I think I ended up getting like over 400 views within 2 days, and I ended up selling it 2 days after I listed it for $1,000. So when I sold the mower, I didn't include the bagger system with it. I ended up keeping the bagger and installing the bagger system onto the Ferris, because I wanted a side bagger for the Ferris mower. So I did give them I did have the extra sets of blades that I had when I originally bought the mower. I included that into the price as well. So so pretty much it was a brand new mower. And when I was talking to the gentleman that purchased the mower, I wanted to let him know that if you had steep terrain, that this wasn't the greatest, safest mower, but I believe his property, that the way he explained it, that he did, he had a semi-flat property, which would have been fine for that mower. And if for some reason it didn't work out for him, I would assume that he would be able to sell the mower for what he paid for it. That pretty much is it for this video, and next video we're gonna be talking about my 12th mower, and that is the 2019 Ferris FW15. So I'm pretty excited about doing that video. So until then, we'll catch you later.